Department of Homeland Security is barreling toward a shutdown after Democrats refused to budge on a funding bill and lawmakers left Washington for a 10-day recess.
All he's doing is trying to trick Congress into funding his lawlessness.
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question when I'm good and ready. Your theatrics are ridiculous.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trail Mix, where the nuts might be a little stale, but the company is always fresh.
Craig Crawford here, retired journalist working for nothing but the truth and Social Security checks. Got our friends here. My cousin Carolyn is back from Asia, and and Jamie in Minneapolis. Katie in Minneapolis. And
we rhyme. It's okay.
I got Jamie on my mind because I just saw she popped in. There
she is.
Good morning, folks.
Good morning.
Yeah. Carolyn, we haven't talked to you in a while, and there's so much legal stuff going on. But for starters, our friend Pam Bondi, she has become quite the spectacle. Well, she's my alum. I've had to sadly admit that we went to the same law school. I figured out we were 10 years apart, but I have figured out we had the same criminal law professor. And I'm looking for him. I want to talk to him.
Well, he completely failed on her.
And I want to see what he's got to say about his former student. Because we were old buddies. When I started at the Sentinel covering courts for the newspaper, I used to call him for quotes and stuff. So I'm tracking him down. We had the same criminal law professor. I think Sturge is here. Hey, Stur.
Yo.
You ready to talk about Biden a little later? I want to talk about Biden. You and I got into it a few times, but we won't argue or nothing. We'll just talk about it.
Oh yeah, there's no way to prove anything. So
okay, all right. Anyway, I want to hear, because you're busy. Are you doing your Carolyn does tax returns for people? How do you describe it? Is it mostly older people or retired people?
Anybody. We do it for anybody. Yeah,
it's something. She was a federal prosecutor for 30 years or so, and is retired, and now uses her legal training to help people do their taxes. I think that's
but
cool.
You don't need to have legal training to do it. So there are a lot of people in there from who are volunteering also from all walks of life. So you really don't legal training.
Are they people who are like indigent or how do they have to qualify somehow?
Oh no, we take a variety of people. We have young people, we have older people, we have people with very low income, we have people with higher income. We don't have an age minimum or a income maximum. Now, there are certain things that we won't do and can't do simply because they're more complicated, and that would be more time consuming, which would mean we wouldn't be able to service as many people. So if it's something that's extremely complex, we just can't do it. We don't have that kind of time to do it. So, but it's a variety of time.
And you also deliver Meals on Wheels.
Well, it's not Meals on Wheels. I do it for the county senior center. Which is a completely separate entity. The government, the county government provides the meals.
Well, anyway, I admire how you use your time in retirement.
Well, it keeps me busy. And I have to think that it's probably good for my brain. So,
well, what's your take on Pam Bondi? What's your take on Pam Bondi?
I don't care for her. We for a long time we thought that John Mitchell was probably the worst AG the country had ever had. I think Pam's giving him a run for his money. She's her behavior is just, I would say,
atrocious.
Atrocious.
Yeah.
Atrocious.
It really is. And
was that stir? You said atrocious.
Yes, yes. Who was Bush II's attorney general? The little guy.
Who was that? Carolyn Bush.
He was pretty bad.
The one
Gonzalez. You actually worked at Justice Department when he was Attorney General, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did.
What was his name?
It's good. No, it wasn't Gonzalez. He had been the Attorney General for Texas, and that was how Bush knew him. I cannot remember his name though.
Well, here's Pam Bondi as a waitress.
Greetings. Hi, what are your specials? Well, you know, it's funny. Since my time as waitress, I have completed more orders than...
Sorry, what are the specials?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question when I'm good and ready. Your theatrics are ridiculous. Okay, the market price fish might be up, but the Dow is down. Oh, you can't read the menu because of redactions? How about you apologize for coming in here with a party of 11?
Ma'am, could I get a refill on water?
Did you drink the water I already gave you?
Yeah, but I want...
So you admit that I already gave you water?
Yeah, but
I yield my time.
Ma'am.
Oh, so you want to complain that I gave you pickles when you said you didn't want pickles, but how about you apologize for a complicated order? I have yet to hear an apology from you, or you for that matter. What are the gluten-free options? How about you grow a pair? A turkey burger? This guy's got beef derangement syndrome over here. Give me a break.
Check, please.
You do not tell me what to do. I will get you the check when I want to get you the check.
And could I please get that with Italian dressing?
Italian dressing? In America? Just say you love illegal invaders.
Jamie, you found that one.
Yep. My waitressing background came in handy.
Well, I mean, even on the right, I mean, she's got complainers on both sides for her behavior, and I just don't know how she can last. But I guess Trump is just going to stick with all these people, no matter what they do.
I'm sticking with abused wife who doesn't want to be rescued.
Yeah. Well, Carolyn, I'm talking to my friend who I can't name yet till he comes on the air because he's going. I'll let him identify himself. But anyway, I think you'll know. But anyway, my friend who was former chairman of the board of trustees of our law school, where Pam Bondi also went to law school, and they gave her some kind of honorary degree. I haven't checked yet. I can't remember exactly what it was, but that was just, elective. I mean, it wasn't. They can't take her regular degree away, but I want them to take away that honorary degree they gave her. I mean,
what was it?
I don't remember. I keep forgetting to look it up.
When did it happen?
I don't know. I haven't looked it up. But I've talked to him about it. I want them to consider. I seriously do think my law school ought to do something, ought to say something. This weaponization of the justice, it's not just that she had a bad day in a hearing. I'm talking about the just illegal weaponization of the Department of Justice. I mean, the destruction of the rule of law that we've known, and is not something that any law school should be proud of. One of their students being responsible for. That's my position on the thing. Oh, I forgot. I've got Monk Jazz for lulls. We should have a lull.
Oh gosh.
That's for our lulls.
Oh, you're not showing comments on the screen.
Yeah, Curly Eastbourne. I guess he's a UK citizen.
Oh, I didn't turn the sorry, commenters. I apologize. I didn't turn you on. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Run for your lives. Here come the commenters. All right, Curly Eastbourne. It was like, ain't Donald great while they were questioning everybody? Yep.
So gross. So gross.
I mean, just changing the stuff. Oh, what's this? What's this commenter? Is this in response to my monk jazz? What this is, I combined 2 tracks of monks chanting and soft jazz, and so that's what we're hearing in the background. I combine. I call it monk jazz. It's a whole new genre. It's a whole new trail mix.
You're gonna release an album. It's gonna be great.
Only heard on Trail Mix.
Add some Thelonious Monk.
Yeah, I know. We got to get Thelonious Monk, don't we? And then that'll bring it all full circle. But anyway, thanks for commenting there, Curly, and let us know where you are. Eastbourne, is that your location? I wonder, Eastbourne. Anyway, what you got going on, Stir?
Nothing. Yeah.
It's Friday the 13th. We're all hiding out.
Well, my grandchildren.
What's that?
I say hanging out with the grandchildren tonight. 2 little girls.
In New Jersey?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
So that's always exciting. That's about as exciting as it gets around here.
When I start listening to these monks, I get kind of vapid, you know what I mean? Like I start to kind of just tune out the world, and I guess that's the point, isn't it?
Well, it'd be good if you were just sitting and listening to it.
Yeah. Okay, we got some business to do. First of all, I got some new polls first to play with.
Oh.
Brand new in here on Trump approval. Yikes.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Why is it going up?
No. I agree.
Oh, January. I got it screwed up. My bad.
I absolutely had that reaction too. I don't know why. That is a dumb way to make a graphic.
I agree.
That's how Morning Joe decided to make their graphic this morning. And it's pretty dumb.
It's gonna keep tanking.
And that is now officially the lowest. He's right at his lowest of his first term, but he's actually 12 points lower than this point in his first term in approval. So he was 12 points higher at this point in his first term in approval, and he didn't win re-election then. But you know, it's like my husband David keeps saying whenever these polls come up, and you see that 36% approve, and I'm like, wow, only 36. And he's like, how can there be 36%? He's never impressed with these numbers. He's like, yeah, who are the stupid 36%? What's their story?
Well, they're the ones that thought Pam Bondi was great for fighting back.
Yeah.
No, regardless of what she said or did, they just liked that she's throwing spears.
And then this one, I noticed this got your attention over on Trail Mix. Stir. This is pretty darn amazing. We were talking yesterday, Mudcat was on yesterday, and he was talking about all the MAGA folks in his area who don't defend Trump anymore, even though they voted for him. They still support him, Trump, but when you bring anything up about Trump, they just say, "Yeah, but what about Biden? What about Biden?" Well, here's the story on Biden. I mean, it's like you got 3 polls here that are saying,
but one of them is Rasmussen.
Just a question.
But the fact that Rasmussen, I agree with you, Jamie. Rasmussen is definitely skews pro-Trump, pro-Republican. But I mean, the fact that Rasputin is showing, a higher number saying Biden did a better job than Trump, that makes it even more amazing that it's coming from Rasmussen. What'd you say, Katie?
Oh, I have a question because, I'm a youngin'. Was it this terrible, like, during the 50s and 60s and 70s with us? Like, comparing presidents to presidents and who did better and blah, 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 and just going on and on and on about it?
You mean the polling or?
No, I mean just in general, like chatting and stuff. Have you found was there anybody that was like staunch Republican or staunch Democrat where it was just, like how it is today, how people are just attacking others?
You mean the division and the polar?
Yes, the polarization kind of thing.
Well, what do y'all think? Let's talk about the Vietnam War. That split the country pretty much right in half.
Yeah, Birmingham.
Yeah.
The 50s, rather calm overall.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, the 50s. Well, I don't remember a whole lot about the 50s. I was born in 56. But
that's true. That's true.
But Eisenhower was, that was pretty easy going.
Yeah, he was Ike. He was a general.
And you look at the Republican platform from 56, it could be the Democratic platform today.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean,
and under Eisenhower,
coming out of
rich
World
people.
War II, they were all in favor of universal health care, except we bypassed it while Europe took it up.
Well, and we had effective tax rates of rich people in Eisenhower's years, about twice what they are now.
Yep.
And nobody complained that I know of.
Yeah, they brought them down from 90 to 60. But look what they brought to now.
I asked my mom about it, and my mom is very introverted, I guess you could say. I'm introverted, so but she are? Yeah. Oh, believe me. You guys are the only people I talk to. Really.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, no, I asked her about it, and she said that she didn't get really involved in politics really until she was a parent, because it was voting for her for my future. Mm-hmm. And I noticed I did the same thing, that I didn't get involved until I had my son. And it was because there was more things to think about. There was more things to look at. And, now he's, an autistic kid that's basically being attacked by RFK Jr.
Yeah, I'd say having kids and buying a house makes people pay attention.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jack.
The Vietnam War got most of my high school buddies. We all got kind of noticing politics because our names were all, up for the draft.
Yeah.
And this was, in a conservative rural area, and yeah, we paid attention.
Magical fetus? How are you even typing?
Who is that? You reading those commenters again, Katie?
Yeah. It's another lovely person who likes to use the R word, so.
Oh, is he the one asking about marginal tax rates?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Let's see. Let's get our AI on the case. marginal tax rates. Let's see here.
Oh, by the way, at Trump's Hollywood Walk of Fame star, it's been defaced like 30 million times by now. But somebody put a table with Epstein and Trump photos on it next to it, and
really?
also a file cabinet. It's perfect. They didn't deface it. It's just there.
Well, magical fetus, us retards here, when we have a question, we ask our AI pal at Gemini Pro, and here's what he's saying on marginal tax rates. This is what was the point I was making earlier. It was high. It was in the low 90s in the 1950s, and today it's 37.
Started at 400,000.
But look at the number of brackets and how it's been so lowered.
Yeah.
Too.
So magical fetus, what do you got to say about that? You got some numbers of your own to talk about, or do you agree with those numbers, or what's your point? Unless you just want to call people names, go right ahead.
Okay, let's see.
All right, now, Katie, let's get back to Minneapolis. Let me keep track. Let's see. We have ICE supposedly pulling out, although I've decided that's just a big scam. That's a big scam to get through this funding debate in the Senate.
I think that's what it is, to be honest. Because they were all over the Northwest Metro yesterday. I went out running an errand, and sure enough, they were down the block.
Yeah.
And
Right now,
that's what Chris. What is the Connecticut senator?
Yeah, I like him a
Chris.
lot.
Somebody help. As a group, we achieved 80% word retention as a group. Anybody? It's Chris, the senator from Connecticut.
Is that Hollings?
Is that it? Hollings?
Hollingsworth.
I think he nails this supposed pullout in Minneapolis, what it's really all
now
about.
Democrats in the Senate are refusing to fund this lawless, amoral Department of Homeland Security. But Trump really wants that funding because it's how he pays for his paramilitary that he is deploying all over the country, most notably to Minneapolis, to try to terrorize kids and families, to try to create a pretext to steal the election. And so what he's doing, as I'm filming this, is to try to create the impression that the crisis is over in Minneapolis. He's saying that he's pulling people out of Minneapolis right now. First of all, I'll believe it when I see it. There's still 3,000 ICE officers in Minneapolis, more ICE officers than there are police officers in Minneapolis. But he's hiring a massive paramilitary. All he's doing is trying to trick Congress into funding his lawlessness by pretending that the crisis is over. One of my colleagues says, big, angry, vicious dogs, they need to eat. And he is building an ICE paramilitary force that is not going to be sitting behind their desks for very long. They'll sit behind their desks until Congress gives them the funding, and then as soon as the funding is turned on, they will sic that force that was terrorizing Minneapolis onto another American city. So we need to hold our ground. Our position is simple. We will fund the Department of Homeland Security, but only when there are statutory reforms written into law that stops ICE from engaging in this brutality. No more roving, show me your papers patrols, no more masks, put on identification, put on body cameras. We want accountability for the crimes and for the abuse. We want the reforms in law, and just be eyes wide open as to what Trump is trying to engineer. He's going to try to make the case that there's de-escalation when he's merely pulling people back for a handful of days or weeks before he sends them in to terrorize another city. Democrats need to hold their ground.
Yeah, that's the stuff they're Democrats are fighting for right there today. They got a deadline of today to fix ICE or let it go forward as it is. And we just thrash it out in the midterms, I guess. I don't know.
And for the midterms, they're trying to change ID requirements, cut as many people out of the voters as they can.
And we got Amy.
Them going after violent offenders and making sure they're not in our community. But we know that is a small percentage of the total number that they actually arrested. We had so many legal citizens that were pulled out of their cars or pulled out of their homes.
This is my answer to you there, ARH. I noticed what you had put on here. Where did he go? ARH. Oh God, he's got so much stuff on here. I can't find what he. Yeah, here we go.
I don't pay attention to him.
I mean,
he is putting out the talking points, and he thinks he's actually being smart.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he's repeating what those echo chamber influencers say. Anyway,
thrown into ICE vehicles, driven a few blocks, dumped out, or brought to a detention center, and in some cases brought to Texas and brought back.
That woman did
so I don't
nothing
know if the
wrong.
Job that they're talking about is that. But what I do know is that the
And
people
she
of
wasn't.
Minnesota
If she
stood
wasn't
up.
illegally
50,000 strong.
here.
I was at that march in 10 below
Right.
zero weather,
And
helping their neighbors,
many of them,
bringing food.
they
and
let her
stood
go
up
that
and they
day
stared them
without
down,
charges.
and we did not.
They never
blink.
bring charges
And
against these people
yet,
because they don't have
it
any
is
to
not
bring.
over,
They just
because,
put them
as
in
you point out,
detention.
there must be accountability, of course,
I
for
love
the deaths of
love the
Renee
term when
and
they're
Alex,
talking.
but there also
They
must be
talk about arrest, and then they also talk about detaining. Well, if you know they're taking you, hauling you off and throwing you in jail and not letting you go home, then you're basically under arrest, even though that's what they want to have a different definition. But can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking. You made me think.
And being treated that way is not how you treat anybody, even if they're guilty.
Exactly. And due process. Due process is not happening.
I think part of the problem is for most Americans, they have law enforcement around them they can respect and they get along with, and they believe they're on their side. Now, I lived for 30 years over in a working class poor neighborhood, and we got a totally different type of law enforcement. We got almost like an occupying army at times. And it was kind of amusing, the difference, the way they treated people in the suburbs as what they had treated us. And that's what is happening with ICE. Suddenly people are waking up to the fact that, law enforcement can be really, really bad.
Carolyn, give us the legal response to this comment here. That the police have the right to detain people they consider suspects. What are the rights? Or not the right? Rights is a funny word to say to apply to the police, but I mean, when can they just detain you? What are the grounds for putting somebody in jail? I mean, I guess
well, if you put somebody in jail, then that is an arrest. You can. There is Supreme Court precedent that you can temporarily detain a person if there is a reason. But there has to be a reason. But it's a temporary thing to figure out what's going on. There's the most famous Supreme Court case on that is the Terry, and it's now called Terry stop. You can temporarily detain someone to have some semblance of an investigation. But that doesn't mean taking them in and throwing them in jail. That's outside the bounds of what is allowed. So, for arrest, which is where you actually take somebody into custody, you have to have probable cause for that.
And you can detain people without charging them, of course, which is what
happens.
You
can, but only temporarily.
Right. Now, so what are the grounds?
There's also
what are the grounds for detaining? What allows them to detain people? Well, what do they need to have to detain
reasonable suspicion? But you can only do that temporarily.
Yeah.
Probable cause.
What is suspicion? Suspicion. How does that define reasonable suspicion? I mean, I know it's subjective in a way, but
it's very subjective. And most people who are in that position, I mean, you've done that work for a while, you know it. I mean, it's something that comes with experience. And when I first started in it and I was reviewing things, I think, well, what does probable cause mean? But people who get good training and good experience, you get a feel for it. But those people who the ones who've been working for ICE, my understanding is that most of them are fairly new. They brought them in. I'm not so sure they got much training at all. And
they only got 47 days. They dropped the training period from 8 weeks to 47 days. They dropped the age requirement from 21 to 18, and they dropped the education requirement.
And one of them shot a woman in the face.
Yeah.
I mean, that you can pretty much reduce it all to that. I mean, he shot the girl because he was mad at her.
I don't see any other way to look at it when you really get into all that. But Carolyn, I hear so this commenter say you're not allowed to interfere with a police operation. Of course, this is the basis of a lot of the ICE detentions, is they claim people were interfering with their operations. If you do so, you're subject. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, more subjectivity, I suppose. But I mean, what qualifies interfering?
There is law, Supreme Court precedent, that you can stand and film them. I mean, that is absolutely allowed. You can film what police officers are doing. They have no right to stop you from doing that. It would get into interference if you are getting in the way, if you're trying to assist. That's interfering. But just standing out of range.
What if you're standing there yelling at them and calling them curse words and
that's fine. I mean,
and the guy testified yesterday.
I mean, that doesn't mean they're not going to, smack you for doing it, but it is legal to do that.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not grounds to detain somebody.
No,
because they're yelling at you.
Regular police, every day put up with that kind of stuff. When they were doing the Floyd George protests in Kansas City, they had people standing around calling the police every kind of name you can possibly think of. And they stood there and they took it. Because
all they have to do is support it.
And ARH, the answer to the question detained, arrested, they didn't stop there. They shot it. Because that's exactly what the man they killed was doing.
I mean, obstructing police operations, this keeps coming up. I mean, what I've seen is, people standing there yelling at them. Now, what if they throw, the other day they were throwing dildos at them, Carolyn. Weren't they, Katie?
Yes, it was kind of awesome.
Yeah. Now, there's a question. Is that cause for detaining people if they're throwing dildos at you?
Well, to be fair, it is a projectile, essentially.
What do you say, Carolyn? Justice Carolyn?
I think throwing anything is problematic. You throw something, I think that's interfering.
Yeah.
And they did arrest people that day, and they gave him a citation. So slap on the wrist, because I mean they didn't do any harm, except for a couple ICE vehicles driving around with that attached to it.
Yeah. Doesn't it when you throw something at a police officer, doesn't it almost cross the line over to assault?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you know, sandwich I think is kind of silly, but throwing anything can be seen as an assault, even if it doesn't hurt.
But Winterland said sandwiches are okay.
It's assault.
Winterland, our German friend, Germany. Hello. Oh, here you got it.
Yeah.
We don't know because I don't know why they're
Excuse me. No. I am an ex, I'm an ex, what was I? Ex grungy, I guess you could say, from the 90s. So
this guy's we've been called ex hippies. I'm not an ex hippie. Well, I never was a hippie, I guess. I don't know. Hello, Winter. All right, we got to get us some Monk Dog before we finish.
Keith Ellison yesterday.
Oh yes, that was incredible.
My boy.
They got him on the stand, so to speak, in the congressional hearing, and I saw Holly, and I saw Ron Johnson. It was staged.
He freaked out on him for smirking.
Incredible. Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
But no, Keith Ellison is a very, very, very intelligent man, and he does a great job with what he works on in Minnesota, and he has been a champion for all of us.
Yeah, and I tell you that Mayor Fry, he was on Daily Show last night. And, I pulled that up. Let's get a little bit of that for a minute, because he was. I thought he was great on there. Here we go.
Mayor Fry, thank you for being here today. It's a big day.
It's a huge day.
Yeah.
It's a huge day.
Let's start with what happened this morning. Border Czar Tom Homan said that he is withdrawing ICE agents from Minneapolis. He says he has talked to Donald Trump and that Operation Metro Surge is over. Do you call bullshit on that? Is that really happening? Where are we at with it?
I will believe it when I see it.
Yep, that's what we all say.
And
that's what you said yesterday, Katie. You weren't buying it.
For the end of Operation Metro Surge, for the pressure that was put on the federal government, for
we're always expecting something to happen and then it falls flat. So we know how this works.
35,000 Minneapolis residents.
If you want to see where ICE is in the country, there is an app called iceout.org.
Was that the one they were complaining about that tracks them and
it tracks, but it doesn't give you like it doesn't give you addresses or like where they're at specifically. It just shows the towns that they're in. So like right now, there's not so many dots as there was in the last several weeks. So,
well, I think, Chris, did we ever decide on that senator's name from Connecticut that I played earlier? Somebody help me. I can't remember his name. Chris, what's his last name? Murphy. Is it Murphy?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
He always sounds like a reporter to me.
And, but I think he was really nailed. I mean, I think the thing to be concerned about is after today, if they get through this debate today, this deadline tonight, for continuing the funding for DHS without making any ICE reforms, then ICE goes right back to what they were doing, because he's saying that they pulled out of Minneapolis. They're drawing back for right now strictly to get through today.
That's all it is.
In the Senate. So that's so it's really going to be interesting to see if Democrats can will go ahead with a shutdown of DHS, because the thing is, it will shut down the entire DHS tonight at midnight if they go through with it.
But they did say yesterday, when the ICE agents were being, well, when ICE people like Todd Lyons and all that stuff, when they were sitting there and talking to him, he said that they did have enough funding to last until June to pay people, but they need from the big beautiful bill.
See, that's the problem. ICE has plenty of money from, like you say, the bill, but here you see what's going on with the rest of it. But if Democrats don't get the reforms they want to ICE and go forward with allowing the shutdown of DHS, and this is what the administration's counting on, is that you're going to have long lines at TSA, for example, and they're going to blame Democrats for that. So they'll be able to change the subject from ICE. They'll be able to keep funding ICE because they've already got the money for that. So this is the problem Democrats are in today, trying to pursue this path. Is how do you keep the focus on ICE, which has lost public support, without risking things like long lines at airports? And I don't know how it's going to come out today. I don't know what they should do, but you can see some of the other impacts here of this happening. Disaster relief, even FEMA could be affected by this shut. So Democrats have a problem here in
they do
how they pursue this. I don't know what the right answer is.
And they got to figure it out real fast. So just as long as they don't do what they did before.
They need to introduce a bill funding FEMA. And then introduce a bill funding TSA, and let the Republicans block it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's what I was looking for. Some ideas. I like that idea. I think that would be one way. Anyway, I've got to get back to.
ARH is right. That would help, except they won't let ICE have that. That's one of the
problem
things wanting to put in the bill.
I mean, that's one of the things that the Democrats are actually asking for today in this debate is they're actually asking for that, and masks. Is getting rid of the mask thing, wearing the masks.
And badges identifying them.
And identifying themselves, all those kinds of things.
Well, the thing about body cameras is they just seem to not be able to work. It's important.
They can turn them off.
I have to say hi to somebody. One of my best friends is watching.
Oh,
so hi, Al.
Oh, that reminds me. Actually, I was going to check this out. I was going to check out. We have where did I put that? The over here. We're on as we started today. Since we started this this podcast a month ago, we've added 3,000 subscribers, and so what I was going to do is out of curiosity, I'll go see if we've crossed the line yet. See if we have.
Well, we're up to where we're as big as the county seat, aren't we?
We are almost a county seat. We're almost an incorporated city.
Yeah,
incorporated town. We were unincorporated.
Oh, you could be incorporated smaller than that, but.
Oh yeah.
ARH, well, we suggest lots of solutions.
That's big enough.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what? We're almost big enough to get a Walmart and a post office.
Yeah.
We can get a post office now. Let's see. Oh, there it is. There it is. hoopla! Look at there, right here during this broadcast, we have crossed that line. If I could switch over, get rid of that one, and here we go. Remove that one.
Come over, ARH. Come over on Trail Mix where we talk all day.
There we go. Look at there. Since we started just an hour ago, we broke through 8,000.
Woo! Yeah.
So that gets us some. I think we'll get a gong.
I'd like to thank all the little people.
Stir's taking the little people. We get the gong for that.
Does that get us confetti?
I lost my confetti button. I had some confetti. I had a confetti button a while ago, back when we crossed 5,000 subscribers just a couple of weeks ago. I had a confetti button, but now I've lost that. I don't know what happened to that. And we got more comments over here. Winter. Oh, got a little heads up there from Winter. When are you going to get on Trail Mix? Go over to trailmix.cc and write to us. Oh, that reminds me, I fixed Opal guy's problem yesterday.
You figured it out?
I did figure it out, and I sent him on YouTube. I found a way to communicate with him, and I sent him a note explaining that what people have to do. Well, we did some other things. We got rid of some of the filters YouTube was using to filter out comments. So those are gone. So we did everything I can do to stop filtering of comments. But there's a button at the top where you could choose top chat or live chat.
Right. You got to do live.
YouTube's default, and I can't change it, they insist on it, is top chat, which means they filter the chats that display according to whatever robot reasons they have. And then to avoid that and get every single message without filtering, you have to switch that button to live chat. So that's the answer to that. I was hoping Opal guy would show up today and we'd get into that. Now y'all ready for Monk Dog?
Yes.
Are we good? Are we ready for Monk Dog?
Sure.
Sure.
I don't want to forget. They wrote a song for Aloka, the Monk Dog, and wanted to play it for you.
Step by step, placing peace upon the ground.
This was yesterday at Lincoln Memorial.
That's awesome.
Oh, I didn't play it from the beginning. I see. I played it early. I played it so much. I didn't start it at the beginning. Here it is. Here we go.
Aloka, the heart that walks for peace, a saffron glowing fur so sweet. Wherever he goes, compassion grows. Aloka walks and love flows free. Aloka, little monk of light, guide us all through day and night. Your gentle heart for all to see. Aloka walks for you and me. Look closely there upon his brow, a perfect heart so pure, so mild, as if the world itself declared. Here walks love in the shape of a child. He teaches without any word, he leads without a single sound, just walking softly, step by step, placing peace upon the ground.
So I found out where I could become a Buddhist. There's a Buddhist meditation center just a couple of blocks from here. So
they're everywhere.
Yeah, and in fact, it's in the it's in the first place we lived in Washington. It's a building called the Chastleton. Big old building, has some retail in it, and they've got a Buddhist meditation center in the apartment building where we originally moved to in Washington. So I think it's calling me. It's calling me.
And my niece who goes to a local one here in Springfield.
Oh, really?
And actually the meditation she was born with problems with her. Basically, half of her brain wasn't developed, and it took like a year before her brain expanded and developed after she was born. And she has a few issues with panics and stuff like that. And she doesn't deal well with new stuff. And the meditation she thinks helps her.
Really?
And helps her deal with her life better. So,
well, I tell you, you listen to these. Maybe you want to turn her on to my new genre I've invented, the monk jazz. I bet you. There you go. See that? I blended 2 tracks of monks chanting and jazz. They go well together, don't
they?
Jazz, piano, and monk chanting. There we go.
Yeah, I just found out one of the great-grands is mildly autistic. She's fine mentally, but gets severely agitated and hyper at tiny causes. So they're having to deal with that now.
Well, might try that describes Carolyn. And she found meditation helped her.
Huh.
So it might be of course, getting a young person, a child to do meditation is probably impossible. But
yeah, because she's number 6, number 5 of the 7, and her mother had an extremely hard pregnancy, and they think that might have been part of the causes. So they'll deal with her. They're very good about that, so they'll keep her safe.
What about your son, Katie? Have you ever thought about that as an option?
He meditates through Minecraft.
Is that a video game?
Yes. No, the thing is with him, he knows how to, after years and years and years, because it's a journey when they think, I think of everybody like neurotypical people as thinking inside the box, whereas he's thinking outside the box all the time. You get what I mean? It's a way to explain it. So anyway, trying to explain it to him in a different fashion where he can figure it out. So like, for instance, when he's getting upset or he needs to center himself, he'll either go into another room away from people, or he will put his hands on his stomach and do his big belly breathes and his belly breath. And otherwise, I mean, now that he is almost 10 and he's matured for his age, things just changed. So he doesn't get upset as often. He centers himself. He has to, when he comes home from school, he goes right to his tablet and starts playing Minecraft and building and stuff. And part of that is to disassociate from school and just kind of be in his own little world. So sometimes he has to do that, and that's okay. You know, anything to help my kid. So
I got a question. Did you go through therapy with him, or did you devise this yourself?
Well, what happened is, so he started exhibiting odd things when he was about 2.5. And we went through early intervention and had a therapist come into our home and work with him one-on-one until he was 3. And then he went to a preschool program for kids, special ed kids, essentially. And he was pretty much nonverbal for a couple of months or so. And then he started talking again. And by the time he was 4, then we had him diagnosed. And once he was formally diagnosed, things got a lot easier with finding therapy. So he started going to speech and occupational therapy outside of school. And then he sees inside of school, he sees a speech therapist, an occupational therapist, adaptive phy-ed teacher. He's got a social worker, psychologist, everything within the school. It just so happened to be, and we don't know how this happened, but we chose a house in a school district that is the top school district in Minnesota for special education children.
Wow. Well, that was what I was getting ready to say. It sounds like you were in a good, really, really good school district there.
Yep. And
that's Minnesota for you.
It is.
Minnesota is a very progressive place.
And he's so excited. I've never seen my kid so excited to move into middle school. He's so excited for it. But the thing is,
I hate to dive right back into politics, but I think I've always thought that's one reason Republicans are so hostile to Minnesota is you've got a lot of progressive laws out there that work. I mean, your social welfare system is one of the most progressive. Although I got to say, Jamie's state of Washington is too. But I think that's a big reason Republicans are so hostile to Minnesota. That's a state where European style, social welfare works, and they don't want America seeing that.
And it does. I will tell you, we spent probably about $50 to $75 a month putting money into the school for his lunches, and now it's free. And that is so helpful to so many families, not only us, but the families that can't afford that much to put on the books every month for their kid to eat at school. It's rough. And especially with the economy, how it is, that was a great thing that Walz pushed through big time. Huge thing.
I really liked Walz when he was talking about doing that, is that they said they did it for everybody so that the kids that needed it didn't have to be embarrassed.
Right.
Yeah. And it was a basic understanding. I grew up in really bad poverty, and it affects you for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. Those things of having to beg for stuff or having to take stuff and walk up in front of everybody.
Yeah, it was, when I was a kid, it was very embarrassing if you didn't have lunch money. You got either a cheese sandwich or a peanut butter sandwich and milk if you didn't have lunch money, which was fine. But in reality, a lot of kids gave you a stigma because of that. Mm-hmm. And people got bullied and teased for it. And it's like, you can't choose. As a kid, you can't choose your life, unfortunately. You have to go roll with the punches.
Hey, Winter, what is Winter referring to here? The Stimmhorn, is that Winter's in Germany? What is this? Stimmhorn. Anybody know?
I think it is.
Probably a music group. Check them out on YouTube. Let's see.
All right, we're about done. I was gonna play some. I thought y'all enjoy this ad. It's just 15.
Oh, there's my Elle. She's commenting. Yay!
Oh, this is your friend?
That's my bestie. One of my besties.
Oh, I think that program is a wonderful thing, and all states who can shoot and implement that. Children deserve to eat no matter the status of their parents. Our children are our future. And it's like what that costs. I mean, it's just the cost of that is so minimal compared to other things like ICE agents. I mean, $35 billion for 10,000 ICE agents. We got money for that. I swear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Citizens
And
array.
she
that,
also
sir?
has kids like
Andy
mine too.
Mayberry.
Oh, did you bring us some Mayberry there, Stir? You're always good for a
Yeah.
Mayberry quote.
Oh yeah,
That's
Gomer
Tim
and
Horn.
Bun.
Tim Horn.
Oh.
Oh, Winter
Citizens
says
array. Yes.
it's a music duo. They are from Switzerland, making elf horn. Okay, all right, Winter. I'll look for that for tomorrow. I'll make some.
I'll put it up on Trail Mix.
Okay, all right. We're on the case. Winter. We're getting some stem horn for tomorrow. That's our hour. All righty. That was fun. I enjoyed talking to everybody. And we'll be back here at 11 a.m. And trailmix.cc. Thanks for coming in and answering legal questions, Carolyn.
And by the way, it's Friday. We know everything happens on Friday.
Yeah.
So watch out.
And it's the 13th, so it can't be good.
Yep. All right.
And I got some Bluegrass kids from Kentucky. To some kids on TikTok who I love it when the kids pick up on Bluegrass and start playing it. So I'm ending up with that. Good talking to you, everybody.
Right. Have a good day, everyone.
Enjoyed it. Bye-bye.
Bye.